Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in today's video we're going to review Myunfa's as a 5-star and her moves and what I think about her. But of course the most important question is this.
Is she hot or not?
Well, I really do like her Japanese umbrella and the way she twirls it, so I'm not really sure what to say. Anyways, she is a blunt Earth user, and of course she is currently the only 5-star that can create Earth Zone. So you can see at level 3, her Valor Chant is Deploy Earth Zone or Earth Stance, and critical damage of all party members by 50% for one full turn. So that's not one action, but one full turn, which will allow you to continue increasing your critical damage through AF. Now, if you do upgrade her to her true VC Grasta, you can get 2 turns out of which is even more amazing. Now, these are the 3 moves I'm going with. You can see that the top T-Crush is a very versatile move. It can not only do 2 times XL damage, single target, it can also power down an enemy. And it doubles up as a type resistance mini Aurora Force Shield if you need it while in Earth Zone. You also do have an Earth Blunt AoE, which is large, more than enough to take care of most mobs, so pretty good. And, if you do want to use something a little bit more defensive, you can get the Banbuku Shower, which is the recover all party's members by 20 MP and restore all statuses. So essentially free cast for her and the status removal as well. So not too bad as a healer. Keep in mind that while in Earth Zone, depending on the number of Earth moves you do in that turn, at the end of the turn, Myunfa will heal the entire party by an amount based on the number of Earth moves. So very powerful as well. Finally, this is the one we're all been excited for, the Glorious T-Stock. So when you use it, it's increased the critical rate of all party members to 100%, so guaranteed 1 critical hit. And it also, while in Earth Zone, can increase type attack, which is elemental damage, by 50%. So that's stackable on top of any Grasta you have, any other buffs you have on your Earth DPS team. Also, you can use it in other teams as well. Just that if you do deploy it while in Earth Zone, make sure you don't, stifle your other team if you use an opposite element. You can see the Grasta I did put on her. So just 2 times 20% with the power speed, which is always the best one for, physical attackers. She's not, bad as a physical attacker, but we're really using her for support in getting lots of critical damage and critical hits. So let's take her out on a spin. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me that way. So clearly she can handle herself as a single person, against weaker mobs for sure. And if you are, wandering through tougher dungeons, in a party she would be more than effective in dealing lots of damage. I don't think she's good as a primary healer, only because you have to deploy Earth Zone in order to have her heal, and depending on the number of Earth characters on your team before getting a heal. So, but as a pure DPS, not bad. And the fact that you can use Glorious T-Stock to increase crit rate to 100% for your other party members will do well in any team. Now, the more important thing is, how does she handle herself against, water type super bosses? So first we'll test out her power with a full Earth DPS team against Undyne, which is found in Purgatory. Now remember that if you haven't beaten Undyne, you can beat him up to 3 times, I should say her, up to 3 times, and you do get crystals which you can use to craft those elemental weapons that you get in the end of Ogre Wars Part 2. And you can upgrade those to plus 10, which might be useful for, changing the elemental attacks of your regular attacks. So for the 2-turn AF, nice and easy, you rotate in Myunfa first for Earth Zone, and then in my case I'm going to use Serene for power and speed boost with her VC. And we're going to just use our attacks right away. Keep in mind that I will be using Mole Technique to boost all Earth damage. Now Myunfa won't be using her Earth attacks, she's just going to be using her Glorious T-Stock to, guarantee crits over and over and over again, and combined with Nidaria Edge, and also the final move Strangle. If you do deploy the Glorious T-Stock right before Strangle, it'll guarantee a crit. In this case, I just showed you the damage of her regular 2 times XL hit, which was 400k each, and then Strangle didn't crit, which is only 300,000. Also keep in mind that the boss did lose all debuffs at the end, so the damage output is less once all the debuffs are removed, since the boss's HP went to 0. Now for many of you who haven't taken on this super boss, the Flying Whale, or Mega Maleviathan, this one was very, very tough, especially if you didn't have AS Nagi or any sort of Earth team. At one point you did require both Myris and Mariel for double type shields and type and int resistance down. Okay, so in this case, we're just going to do the 2-turn. Keep in mind that Earth Zone protects us against that water AoE by 50% because it reduces water damage by 50%. So remember not to use Myunfa on your own water DPS team. You'll use AS Yuna for that instead, of course. And in the second turn, doesn't really matter what happens, we're just going to boost, use the spinning of the Glorious T-Stock, and keep on critting over and over and over again. And within a couple of hits, the boss is totally done, and we still have AF bar to spare. Okay, so here we go. The Strangle with a crit is 500,000, which is quite nice. Again, it also depends on how many stacks you do have when you do finally deploy Strangle as a final move. So in conclusion, obviously we all know that Myunfa, being the only Earth Zone character, is very, very useful and a must-need in any Earth DPS team. That being said, if you didn't get it this time, there is a future banner where you can get all Zone characters a few months out. So hopefully things improve. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.